combination of the colors and the shape of the eroded ridges and washes is really something. It's too wet. This is a place I've been wanting to come to for a couple months. I've actually made 2 previous trips out here, but both times the roads were too wet to get close. So today my goal is to get a good look at a section of painted desert, which looks very impressive on the satellite picture. Hopefully we can walk down the mudstone that I expect to encounter and maybe do a little looking for petroglyphs, but this is mainly not a petroglyph hunt today. It's a search for color. I think I can see the railroad crossing up there. The red stop sign is. That's where it would have started if the other road hadn't been flooded. Maybe a train will come along. Well, this crossing is where the railroad frontage road switches from one side, that side, over to this side. It's the only reason this crossing is here, or the only thing it's used for. Well, this ought to make the cows happy. Sure, the rain helped fill that up. Well, we're getting near the edge where painted desert colors ought to start. Well, I'm coming up on a key point I had marked where I changed from walking this dirt to walking on the painted desert mudstone. I thought I would start to see some of the blue. Oh look, and I am seeing blue. Not as blue as the satellite, but a really unusual, impressive blue. And further, whether from this viewpoint it looks like it can actually walk down and descend these hills. And so I'll get a little closer and check it out. Well, I don't know. This dirt thing starts getting narrow. I probably will go up there and have a look. But you know, this colored stuff, it's mudstone and siltstone, I think they call it. It can vary from being like hard snow to like ice, depending on how hard it is. If it's got a slope, you're going to fall down. But look down there. There's some tracks, sort of weird tracks. You know, sort of big, but that probably is a way that goes down that somebody has found. But what I initially had drawn was to try to go down one of these other ridges in front, which, as I say, may not be a good idea. But look at how it changes from blue to dark brown, and then sort of a reddish brown. It's just really fantastic stuff. I really would like to walk on these ridges. I'll just have to see if I can do it. Here's the view on the other side. I'm part of the way over. I think that's the ridge right over here I was talking about. It looks like it gets pretty narrow before it starts to drop. I don't know. I'm not necessarily optimistic. It's easier to do if you're willing to sacrifice the seat of your pants, because sliding down these things is a lot more possible than walking down them when they're steep and slippery. Even to get over to this spot over here, I gotta walk on that narrow dirt ridge. How beautiful this is. I don't know. In my sunglasses, it may be bluer. If I take them off, colors are a little washed out, I guess. But combination of the colors and the shape of the eroded ridges and washes is really something. Now I maybe can go straight down here, be a little tricky, and get on that one, and maybe I can ride that out. Well, coming straight down wasn't bad at all, and now I'm to the top of the mudstone. Look at that out there. This first part's got a little bit of a slope. Not so much that if I can't do that, I'm going to have trouble with the rest of it. But obviously there's a lot of flat stuff once I make it down that little drop. Good news, it's a little bit soft, so the feet drop in a little bit. It doesn't, not acting like ice here. So maybe this is all going to be just fine. That would be nice. And some brown stuff here. Look at this nice flat walking on this ridge. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be bad. I was a little bit nervous, but that's because I've had a few out of control slides on some of these hills, this type of hill, in the past. Look at that, it's just really pretty. It's not really so soft that you leave footprints, but it's soft enough that you get some grip. By the way, if you think it's terrible to make a path on these things, I'll just say that next rain, any sign I've been here it will be gone. Going to change from the light brown to the reddish here pretty soon. We've left the blue behind. Still pretty high above the washes. Hope I don't have to face one of those steep descents to get down there. Might be coming up to our reckoning here. This ridge is going to end. Get a little bit nervous about that. That's a bit of a problem. I can't go down that. We'll have to find another way down. It may involve getting off this ridge. We'll see. We can always go back the way we came down a little bit. I'm thinking my best bet would be maybe to go over and get on that ridge, because that one's got a gentler come down. It's funny, I can see it. Looks like I can see a pole over on that ridge. Wouldn't expect that. That's one I want to get to. It'll be a fair amount of work to get over to that ridge. Have to mess with gullies up there. And the ridge I'm on, it meets up with this one. This one will be easy for me to walk down. See, I don't really expect it'll be much different, but I'll check that out first. This gully might do some good too. But we'll go to the end though. Oh, maybe some tracks here. I doubt if the cows come out here. Well, you know, I think this one will go. Probably scare me a little. It almost looks like there's some tracks down the bottom. And if it doesn't turn into ice, I'll be able to do it walking. Otherwise, I'm on my butt. But that gets us close to down and maybe all the way down. Well, so far so good. It's just soft enough that feet and poles is is good enough to keep you upright. Well, I'm very happy to be down. That's worked out a lot better than it could have, and maybe even slightly better than I expected. Oh, look at that. That, I believe, is selenite or gypsum. There's a lot of that around here. It's a good example of it. Well, I don't imagine many people come down here. And in scouting it out, I saw, once we got down the bottom, there are a few rocks you could see in the satellite picture I could look at in case there's some petroglyphs. Not very many though. I can see some way over there. That's probably where I'm heading. This is not the kind of rock that is conducive for riding. Again, mainly light colored rock. See a little bit of the blue up there, sort of following this creek, which drops off right here. We may go around that and see if we can find some better rock. Well, I'm just going to keep going this way, away from the car, because I think there's more rocks out here, sort of changing on the fly, just making a bit of a longer walk. Hopefully there's some better rocks along here. There are a few dark faces, but I'm not seeing any petroglyphs. I'll be heading on the right side of this, and then hopefully get on top of it. I had to put a petroglyph right there. I don't think many people come out here. But then again, there may not be any petroglyphs out here. Getting around to around the tip and around to the west side, I was expecting if there was going to be anything, it would be around here. Well, I need to start heading back. I got to get up on this next level, the grass level. That's where the railroad crossing is. But I got to go that way, and that doesn't look like a good way. Haven't found one for a while. Let's see. I can't tell happy birthday or what, but I'll pack it out. I'm hoping this little indentation will get me out. Well, I think I can go up that. Well, not bad. Made it up with a couple breathers, but no big slides down, and much to my surprise, we're at the grass level here. Well, I got a little higher now. I can see back to where I need to come. You see that layer of blue over there? Sure looks blue, at least in my sunglasses. But that's where we started, I think, on that hill over there. It's about 3.5 miles as crow flies. Be a bit further the way we're walking. Well, that looks like pottery. Oh yeah, there's some paint on this side. A bit flaked off on this side, but it's a piece of pottery. People lived up here somewhere, even if I can't find petroglyphs so far. Behind it, I just picked this up. Piece of, looks like flaked rock. Sharp edge. Looks like it was broken off by somebody. I don't see any other, I haven't seen any natural rock like this, so likely brought here by someone. That may be another piece of pottery. Let's see. Yep, maybe part of the same vessel as the other one. All here within about 2 feet radius. Another view of the blue. Taking a little break here on the way back. I thought I'd show a little context. We started over there, still heading that way. You can see a nice painted desert with the blue on the top, and then brown, and then reddish, and then maybe even a orangish one below that. Depends on how many layers you want to count. And then walked across and sort of hit the perimeter of some of this stuff all the way out to the furthest little mesa, walking the edges, and got to the other side of it, walked up on the grass, and coming back. Disappointed to not find petroglyphs, but that was a walk I was planning to do tomorrow to look around down there for petroglyphs, but I think I did about 60% of what I wanted to do today. So I think I'll be able to skip that, and I'll do something else tomorrow. It's nice country.